Okay, folks, and we're going to start the day with some really stupid news by Adobe, and this is another reason why from here on in, anybody who's using an Adobe product, I don't care for you. You're helping a type of Orwellian future to start that I don't want to be part of. Okay, number one, this is the kind of thing that people who are in absolute control try to do. They I I seen this coming years ago that they would try and pull this crap, and they just didn't do it because at the time they needed more and more people to be using their products and stuff. Okay, this is something that Hollywood and the big wigs would be going, yeah, 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 yeah. Let's do this so that we can, you know, every little image, and this goes down to there's a lot of stuff out there that is just floating around, free, and there's laws in Canada. It was done about a hacking law, okay, and it basically said that unless you could show that you had the copyright for the hacker tool, you couldn't show anyone it, unless you're a private investigator or a police officer. And basically what they're trying to do there is stop the distribution of stuff, and by doing that they then at least think that they can control things. What it does, in fact, is it drives things down to the bottom where less than honest people don't give a shit about law and continue to do things. So the only people who, and this also, because I guarantee you, every single person out there, every single human being on Earth that has internet would have an image like this somewhere that they didn't know about, and then they can just get in shit. Okay, this is just suddenly like I mean Hitler would be proud. I mean, I'm sorry, but this is just the kind of shit that Hitler would pull off, you know. And Adobe, this is why we're all moving to Blender, okay? Because we're sick and tired of you're just it. Where's the innovation here? This is just something that a lawyer dreams up. This is why I don't watch television. This is why I don't watch movies much anymore, because they're all run by bloody lawyers. If you look at the plots of these movies, if you look at the all of it, okay? There's no more innovation. There's just control and monetization. That's it. And it's the downfall. It's the beginning of the downfall, because these companies think that by having lawyers controlling everything like this, that it's going to work out right in the end. No, it's not. People will move to things like Blender and use a CC by 0 uh, 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 image format or license format, and they will use image formats that are free of your bullshit. Okay, this is also another way that they're going to start. They could sneak in the spyware into your actual imagery. For Christ's sake, there was a thing a few years ago where hackers were actually they tried something like this, and hackers started using it and started hacking people. They don't give a shit anymore. These people do not care about you. This is a do not care about you move. It does nothing for me. Okay? And I create images, I create stuff. Okay? I also, as a privacy mode, I don't want my name, address, phone number, and more data put into a goddamn image. I don't need that. I'm sorry. There might be some idiot Hollywood people out there that like that kind of crap. But what's gonna happen, Adobe, is any of these images that pop out, people are just gonna take them, hack that crap out of them, and just move stuff around anyway. So stop. This is the one of the stupidest wastes of money I've seen in the universe to date. Anyway, I got some good things coming down the pipes here today. We're gonna start off with something real cool next. Um, but shame on you, Adobe. Like this is why no everyone's migrating away from you. Okay, See, they're getting all. The only people that are going to be left using Adobe products are people that in 10 years won't be doing anything anyway. Okay? And this is a direct message to a few of you out there that are still using Adobe crap. And what was the one guy saying to me? He says, "Well, I only have a tablet." Well, you're using a tablet for. You know what? You know the only use I would have for a tablet, okay, is to give a 5-year-old an introduction to computers. Okay, that's it. That's my only use for a tablet. Okay, because he can't wreck the buttons and do it. You can reset anything on it. Da 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 da, and they can get around and learn things. Play a game on it. That's it. If you're using it to design with, I really think you're kind of stupid, really. And not stupid, ignorant would be a better way of putting it, because creators need to have a PC, whether that's Mac, Linux, Windows, whatever. Okay, you need to be doing that. If you're not doing that, you're doing it wrong. Okay, and that's a bad sign for what else you're trying to push at people, whether it's your comics, your television, your movies, your games, your whatever. You need to push forward to something that has a platform that you can diversify your application stack. Okay? Excuse me, just waking up. Gonna cough it all out here. But yeah, and this allows me to put a package of software on my computer that doesn't use authoritarian graphics crap. Okay? If you wanna make your crap that way, go ahead. This is just more further proof that Twitter and Adobe and whatnot it is becoming irrelevant. Okay? Like, seriously, how much traffic do I get to my YouTube channel from Twitter? Okay, I don't care, because I almost don't want people from Twitter that use Twitter to come to my YouTube channel. Almost. Okay? Because the kinds of people that use Twitter a lot are part of the problem. Okay? And Twitter's not, it has become so irrelevant now in statistics, okay, that if you think that it's necessary or needed, you're wrong. Okay? When they started all this banning for stupidity and all this other garbage, right? Mr. Dorsey gets himself hacked, and a week beforehand, the former leader of the largest hacker group, Moi, gets his Twitter account back. And why did I lose it? Well, that was an interesting story. One of these Comicsgate guys was getting bothered by someone who goes by the nickname Renfamous, and they were having an argument back and forth. So I stepped in and just said, "Hey, leave my friend alone, will you?" And then that person shut up, and another guy started mouthing me off. So I started mouthing him back, and I put the foot right down on it. I don't get bullied, eh? So I stood up against bullying, and then I got banned. Right, eh? And then it turns out that guy turned out to be a friend of his too, but he didn't know me, so he thought I was attacking him, and then, and we both got banned. Well, he's still banned, and I'm not. So that makes you wonder. And then about that time, I got my Reddit account back, but they've still shadow banned me from posting. Like, what a joke these sites are becoming, eh? Like, you guys don't realize I have the ability to run networks and do all kinds of neat stuff, okay? And I can do all this on my own home PC here. I got to see, put a little bit more money into me as I get going forward here this coming year. I'm going to get a second PC over there, pipe everything up over to it, put a website, my own website up, get a domain name, have my DNS server, pipe it right in onto that sucker, and then just have some fun off that. and there will be content there because this is hosted in Canada that you're not allowed uh, to get in the United States because we're not getting the new NAFTA law, and because of that, copyright is only 50 years here for television. Okay, which means Star Trek, the original series, the first 26 years of Doctor Who, etc. A whole bunch of stuff is actually by law in the public domain. Okay, and I'm told that once the anything that's in the public domain as of now stays there, even if they add now new time to the records, which means now this is something that CBS would probably fight you in court with, but still they would lose. And there was a because it's now come out publicly that that's what the case is. Okay, and what they were looking at having to do when they increased the time frame is what they would be doing with the stuff that's still already in the public domain to maintain that it's okay to be okay or whatever. But anyway, that's the kind of things I can do in Canada. I got an extra like it's what 95 in the U.S., so I got 45 extra years on you guys to be playing with some stuff over here. YouTube is it needs to come up with some solution to that where uh, like I notice also that I'm when I upload videos and things, I'm uploading via Germany for some reason. Why the hell am I going all the way over to the middle of bloody Europe to upload and then using American services? Like it's bloody weird. A couple people have been asking about that. I don't know. Maybe we have a good quick trip to Europe. I don't know. I guess the United States doesn't like me uploading to it. little worried, are you? Anyway, yeah. And I was giving a statistic, and here's a nice statistic about you guys, the subscribers of myself. The average size of a person who has subscribed to me is 3,700 subscribers. Now, with 320-ish subs, okay, that works out to just around 1 million subscribers that you guys have. And that's really cool, right? And I'm very flattered that everybody, sticks around and stuff because I got things coming in the future. I like showing off all this neat free stuff that you get and little news here and there and, you know. Anyway, we'll throw this up here and it's just wow, eh? Like Adobe, how the mighty have fallen. I remember back 10 or 15 years ago, this was the company you had to have on your computer or your laptop in order to do anything with. Now, DaVinci Resolve and Blender. Have a nice day. You know what I mean? You can get the free version of DaVinci Resolve that'll do all your compositing for you. You got Blender that'll do 3D anything. You can do imagery in Blender, even some compositing, but then you take the Unreal Engine and then you got what do I need Adobe for? What do I need Autodesk for? You see? This is and slowly but surely, okay, the smart people, okay, that are using these products are saying, "Why am I throwing my bloody money out the window every month for this garbage?" This is what you're paying for, man. Them to control you more. Like what? This is going to add to the cost of a product, right? I don't need to know. You see, if somebody uploads an image, right? This is something that I'm surprised Google doesn't get with this too, because this is something Google would probably love, and it would be the death of Google instantly because I'd stop using it. That would be it. There'd be a line in the sand, and I go, nope, and then I would immediately start building up my own thing. I'd go to the local city here in town. I'd go to the province. I'd go to the federal government, and I'd try and get all the money I could. Start my own little D Live and Google or whatever, and just bring everybody I could with it, and I'd spread the word far and wide. The only problem is Canada, while it used to be great, up until some of the stupid laws that Justin Trudeau's passed, it's slowly losing its status as a great nation for the what you can do online. So, I mean, there are issues with everything, you know what I mean? So, anyway, well, let's just go and get ready because this next one here, it might take me about an hour to get this set up, and I don't know how it's going to run on my PC. Remember how I was talking in the last video that kind of Elven City, how how you could do water and everything else? I swear those guys at Epic are sitting here. One of them sitting here going, "Hey, guess what we're gonna do for this guy?" I swear they're listening to me. It's great. I love it. Anyway, and that was another thing too. Some of the Diablo 4 release stuff. There was a conversation about a week, maybe 2 weeks before BlizzCon, where a guy was talking about some different things, and I said, it wouldn't be that bad if it was a third-person game. However, it wouldn't be the same, and there'd be a lot of people who would be ragers and stuff like that. So you want to keep it the same style of game. And then, and then he said, I wouldn't mind seeing a druid, right? And this was the hint, you see. And I pick up on these little patterns of how people talk, eh? So I get to knowing who's who pretty quick. I said, that was one of the classes that was missing out of the Diablo 3 thing, right? Like it get back to the old style, Let's see Deckard Cain return or something, What I didn't get about that whole Diablo 3 thing was if they're angels and whatnot, wouldn't one of them be able to like resurrect somebody or isn't there some kind of a resurrection thing here? And why not make a plot where somebody steals Deckard Cain's corpse and turns him into an evil demon or something? I mean, you could do a ton of things with the right mindset. Anyway, okay, folks, I better get at this or I'll never get it done. But anyway, have a good one.